How you guys doing? I'm Justin from the True Woe Show. I'm not wearing a hat today because sometimes you gotta live that YOLO life. You know what I'm saying? Um, what am I saying? Oh yeah, Jake's not here because I had to watch those Duke Blue Devils whoop some Pittsburgh ass. And by the time that got over, it was already 7. He wasn't trying to leave. And then I told him he could film his own review, and he said he's not reviewing that shit, which took exception to because I thought this was a fine Raw, actually. I guess that happens sometimes, but whatever. We'll get into it. The show starts off with Triple H and Stephanie, the authority, coming to the ring, and they're talking, and of course Triple H, my boy, hitting them with the, oh, did you guys not get what you wanted? And I said, you sneaky guy. So I got a kick out of that personally, just because I found yesterday funny as well. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Daniel Bryan. I'm willing to say it. I don't get it. I do not get it. I mean, I'm sure there was that group of people at first that have reasons, and then now it's just people are doing it because everyone else is doing it. I don't get it. I mean, to each their own. It's cool that a lot of you guys like him. I don't. I like Randy Orton. It's cool that a lot of you guys don't. That's just how it goes. I'm just not afraid to say I don't get it. So I enjoyed Triple H mocking the crowd and Daniel Bryan in a way. So he basically comes out and he says, "Hey, I wanted to be in the Rumble. These people wanted me in the Rumble," and they chant along, obviously. And Triple H goes with the, "Well, you already had a match earlier, and we didn't want to hurt you." And he's like, Daniel Bryan's like, "How many times have you made me face all 3 members of the Wyatts, all 3 members of the Shield? I've had numerous matches on Raw on plenty of occasions." Triple H is like, "Exactly. That's why we didn't want to do it again yesterday. We've learned from our ways." And Daniel Bryan finally settles on, "Hey, these people want to see me. I want to be in the chamber." So it's like, all right. And then he gets up in Triple H's face and basically says he needs to give him what he wants. And then Triple H kind of gives him the stare down. And he says, "Well, looks like you've got company," or some clever line like that. Shield's music hits. They come in the ring. All of a sudden, oh, the 2 captains, John Cena and Sheamus, come to the aid of Daniel Bryan. And I just said, oh man, all the Daniel Bryan fans are probably not happy about this because most of them probably do not like Sheamus, and I know most of them do not like Cena, and they're trying to get, I feel like they're still trying to get Cena that Daniel Bryan association rub, and Sheamus, people don't hate him as bad right now because, he was gone for a while, so he gets more cheers than he used to, but it's still, you can still hear the boos. So they're trying to get him that return Daniel Bryan rub. And is this where they become best friends? And then Sheamus turns on Daniel Bryan later, setting up WrestleMania 30, the match of all time. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I like this opening segment because it's fucking hilarious. First match of the night, we got Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara back again, I guess, because why not? Against the Real Americans. Zeb Coulter actually smacks Jack Swagger outside the ring during this match, telling him to, buck up, man, get mad and go attack, take out your anger on those guys. And they do. Cesaro ends up hitting a sick uppercut and the neutralizer for the win, and then Zeb Coulter stands with them all, and everything's fine after the match. It was all right. Bad News Barrett goes up on his thing, bags on Cleveland. Not hard to do. No offense to Cleveland. Y'all pissed off LeBron after LeBron pissed you guys off, and I'm hoping that means he doesn't want to go back to you. So yes, I don't like Cleveland for the next few months until LeBron signs there or signs back with the Heat, when I can be happy or say, damn it, Cleveland, why the hell would LeBron want to go back after you were so pissed at him? Anyways, his bad news that we have to see the battle for Cleveland later between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. So that was pretty much the segment. So apparently they're going somewhere with Bad News Barrett and The Miz. Oh boy. Then we got R-Truth against Fandango. Fandango, yeah, he's not Fandango anymore. After the past 2 nights, he is Fandango. That man has no right to tell us how to pronounce his name. He got eliminated by a midget bull named El Torito in the Royal Rumble, and now he lost to R-Truth on Raw. The times they are a-changing for Fandango. And by God, am I not impressed with this, because I love me some Fandango. And then we got, this was my segment. Brad Maddox bringing out the champ, Randall Keith Orton. And Orton just says, hey, you know what? A win was a win last night. Doesn't matter how it happened. I'm still the champion, and that's hard to do. And again, he goes into, complaining Randall Keith Orton, which is kind of what he does now, apparently. He is not happy about having to defend his match, or defend his title inside the chamber. So he goes on about that for a while, and it's like, what'd you think was going to happen? You weren't going to, what? So, and then that brings out Batista. Much, much, much better reaction to him tonight. Although you still did hear the boos, don't get me wrong. Still did hear the boos, but it's not hard to improve on his reaction from yesterday, but it was better. He comes out and he basically says, hey, I'm a third of the way to my goal. I came back to win the Rumble, main event WrestleMania, and leave with the title. So I got 2 more things to do. And he's basically saying, Randy, it's not personal. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's you, Cena, anybody. All of a sudden, Brock Lesnar's music hit. And I said, oh God, too many things in the ring that I love. Too many things. I was like, I love Randy Orton. I love Batista. And I love Brock Lesnar. These are like easily in my fave, like 10 of all time. Maybe even you could shrink it. All in the ring at the same time. And I said, by God, I have a family that I need to support here. This is too much for me to handle. So Heyman basically takes the mic. Obviously, Brock wasn't about to talk. He says, hey, authority, you need to make some decisions. You either need to make Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton tonight because, he's the uncrowned, number 1 contender, or you need to make Lesnar versus Batista because he's the phony number 1 contender. And in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, you should totally do both these things back to back, twice, make all of them. Just have a round robin. Orton, Lesnar, Orton, Batista, Lesnar, Batista. Just have everybody fight everybody. The winner's the champ. Whoever finishes with the best record. I'm just going, okay, let's do this shit. I'm ready to go. Let's throw Roman Reigns in there for 4 guys. Let's keep it going. So I was pretty excited after this segment. So then he leaves, and then it was the end of that. Then we got Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. They're both rocking the Cleveland jerseys. I said, Browns, Cavs, we love Cleveland. I like Machine Gun Kelly. He's from Cleveland. Shout out to you. I like Josh Gordon. You know what I'm saying? I love Kyrie Irving. So Cleveland's not that bad after all. I apologize for earlier, Cleveland. Dolph ends up beating The Miz because The Miz is The Miz. And Dolph Ziggler had a big return pop last night. So shout out to them for capitalizing on that, I guess. This match wasn't the biggest of stakes, but hey, Dolph won Cleveland for the night. Then we got Ryback versus the Usos. I say ooh, y'all say so. Ooh. If one of you did that, it was a victory for me. Thank you, Will Ferrell, number 1, for playing along. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Decent match. The Usos get the win. Jimmy Uso hitting that splash for the win. These guys need to get tag title shots immediately, and then Jimmy Uso can break off and become the Intercontinental Champion, and then the U.S. Champion, and then go back and win the tag titles again. Because I'm not going to get carried away. He's not ready for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Will he ever be? Absolutely not, probably. But by God, he needs to be a 14-time tag champion, and then win all the belts. All the belts. Just combine the belts. So yeah, the Usos get the win. In all seriousness, I hope they get a push. I think it'd be cool to see the New Age Outlaws against them. Maybe not at WrestleMania. I guess it kind of depends on how much room there is. But then again, why would you bring back? Maybe it'll end up being the pre-show at WrestleMania. Who knows? But it'll be interesting to see where they're going with all that. So stay tuned. And then Del Rio beat Kofi in a match that was a lot better than I expected, and was it was pretty good, in my opinion. And trust me, I am not a Del Rio guy at all, and Kofi's whatever. So it's not like I'm biased and just I'm saying this good. I actually enjoyed this, which was really hard to do. Mostly because this is one of those matches where I honestly didn't know who was going to win. I mean, Del Rio, he's doing his Del Rio thing he always does, where he's pissed off about something on the pay per view that happened the night before, and he goes crazy. But then you got Kofi, the dude that had a lot of cool spots in the Rumble. He's been getting a miniature push. He beat Randy Orton, so I don't know. And Del Rio ends up beating him with a kick to the face. So it was what it was. It was all right. Excuse me. The Brotherhood, Cody Rhodes and Goldust, which today two of my cousins came over that are brothers, and they did the Royal Rumble game where they draw a number, whatever number you get, whatever guy comes out, you have to like that guy for an entire calendar year. Got that from OTRS a couple years back. They are brothers. One got Cody Rhodes, one got Goldust. Good for them. And the other one got Ryback, and not happy. But anyways, we got those guys versus New Age Outlaws, since New Age Outlaws won on the pre-show yesterday. The match was going along. It was okay. It was the New Age Outlaws were kind of, they seemed like they didn't quite want to get involved. They were kind of backing off. Cody was doing a lot of jabbering. He was talking a lot, which was kind of cool. And then before the match comes to a conclusion, Brock Lesnar interferes, and he comes, it's an F5 on Cody. F5 on Goldust. You get an F5. You get an F5. He was giving F5s away like Oprah. And Heyman ends up getting the mic and he says, you know what? The Authority had two choices, and they chose option number 3. You guys get to see Brock Lesnar versus nobody. And this is what happens when Brock Lesnar doesn't get his way. And Rock has boots to asses. CM Punk has knees to faces. Brock Lesnar has chairs to everything. CTE. Chairs to everything. He was wailing on both of them, and then he finally leaves, and it's like, well, shit. That awesome segment from earlier led to nothing. Obviously, I really didn't think they were going to have that in either of those matches on Raw tonight, but I mean, I thought it was going to go somewhere. Guess not. Not for tonight, anyways. Then we got the Bella Twins and the Funkadactyls taking on AJ, Tamina, Oksana, and Alicia Fox. It was a Divas match. The Bellas look hot. I'm just going to say it. Jimmy Uso's girl gets that pin. Why? Because she's getting that Jimmy Uso rub. Jimmy Uso over with the people. Jimmy Uso is the man. Naomi is with the man. Naomi gets the pin. Naomi's about to be that Divas champion, and then we're about to have so many episodes of Total Divas where Jimmy Uso's like, let me get that Divas champion booty. It's gonna happen, and I'll review all of it live on the E! Network, live on the Tree of Woe Show channel. Total Divas coming whenever it comes back. And then we got the second WWE Hall of Fame inductee, Jake the Snake Roberts. So shout out to him. It's awesome to see, guys like Warrior and Jake the Snake getting inducted this year, because the past they've had with WWE. Jake the Snake's having the issues with himself, really, with doing this. I don't know. So it was really cool to see him come back, and he's doing well, and he's going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. So that'll be cool. Hall of Fame's looking good so far, and there's going to be, probably 3 or 4 more people that get added in there, and they're probably all going to be decently big names because of, it's WrestleMania 30. And then we get to the main event segment of the night: Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, and John Cena versus the Shield in an elimination chamber qualifying. So the winning team gets the spot in the chamber. So it'll be Orton and whoever the other 3 are. So it'll make 4, and then there's 2 spots still. Not too complex. This match is pretty. You got 6 good performers in there. I mean, Cena. He does whatever Cena does. He does Cena stuff. Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, all the guys. Shield, they're good. All the fun stuff. It's. I don't know how. I mean, it had a lot of cool spots. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Roman Reigns versus John Cena down the line. It's going to happen. And John Cena's going to say, take that torch, Roman Reigns. Take that torch. And Roman Reigns is going to say, I'll take that torch. And he's going to ride it off. And then I woke up and I said, shit, that's not going to happen ever, because John Cena's a dumbass. You can see in this match, John Cena wanted to get over on Roman Reigns as much as possible, because he hears the footsteps. Oh, he hears the footsteps. He knows Roman Reigns is coming. And he is trying all he can to not let that happen. So my scenario is not going to happen in the least bit. The Shield. I have a subscription to WWE magazine. Someone, I think it was maybe my aunt, someone gave me a subscription to it, so that's pretty cool. This came in it, and if you're not down with the Shield, you can use the other side. What? Never should that have been printed. Anyways, back to the match. There were a lot of times. I mean, you had to think that it wasn't going to be the Shield, like, unless you're thinking way out in left field and you had like 14 scenarios of why it's going to make sense. But you pretty much knew they weren't going to win because that's just weird. So yeah. But I'm glad I'm actually really happy the way they did it for a couple reasons. One, obviously, you don't want the Shield to look too weak, even if it is against three pretty big stars. And also the way it ended. So how it goes is Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins, and then it's Cena and Roman Reigns going at it. It looks like this match has been going for a while. There's been a lot of crash outs and weird stuff going on. Something's about to happen. It's about to end. Who's going to get the win? And then I tweeted. I said, keep in mind, we haven't seen the Wyatt family yet. And then Wyatt's come out. They go. They distract. They interfere. They attack the three faces. The three faces get DQ'd, meaning they win the match. So they get the spot in the chamber. So that's cool. So that way you can still keep building towards, I guess, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt is where they're going, which I'm not as mad at as I thought I would be, I guess. I don't know. So if they go there, we'll see. Because, I mean, if we can't get what I wanted of Cena Undertaker, what else do I want Cena to do? I mean, why not? I mean, go for it. Hope and pray that he sees the light and says, you know what? All right, we'll let him go over. Not likely, but I can dream. But, so the right three guys win and get into the chamber, which already with only 4 dudes is looking like a nice chamber. Orton, Cena, Bryan, and Sheamus. I mean, those are probably the 4 biggest faces you have without, except for Punk. And maybe Punk gets in there. That'd be cool too. But probably not, because do you really want to roll 5 faces and a heel or 4 faces, 2 heels? I don't know. It'll probably be more even. So, and Punk's probably going to face Kane. So he probably won't be in the chamber. But we'll see. Hopefully, Brock gets in there. Oh, man. Orton, Cena, Bryan, Sheamus, Brock Lesnar, and whoever the hell else wants to. I would be fine with that. But also, once the Shield realizes that they just got cost the match, they were furious at the Wyatts. They're breaking shit. I really, really hope we get the Shield versus the Wyatt family at the Elimination Chamber. Come on. You know what I mean? I think that'd be really cool. They had a little thing at the Rumble last night just for a split second, but it didn't have the full effect because Bray wasn't in there. But that Raw weeks back, whatever, when they had that thing and the crowd was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, tonight when it started clicking, like, oh, these, hopefully. So I hope that goes down. That's why I was cool with this last segment. The right dudes get into the chamber without the Shield having to look too weak. They lost because some other dudes attacked the other team, so, it doesn't make them look weak. And then hopefully we get the Shield versus the Wyatt family, which would be awesome. It's the two factions, groups that have been tearing through everybody, so it'd be cool to see them lock up. I mean, it's not going to be the Nexus versus the Core by any means, because hell yeah. God. But I'm excited to see that. I thought this Raw was good. I liked it. I liked a lot of it, actually. I liked it a lot more than I didn't like. I mean, you had a couple matches in there that were like, but that's every Raw. It's 3 hours long. What else are you going to do? You got to get dudes on the show. You can't complain about you gotta put the undercard on the match. You gotta get more people, more TV time, and then shit on it when it's not a good match. Well, no duh. They're an undercard for a reason. You can't have it both ways, guys. But anyways, let me know what you thought about this. Let me know about whatever you want. I liked it. I'm looking forward to the chamber because there's already 4 solid dudes in there. And hopefully we get the Wyatts versus the Shield. I will see you guys later. You know what? Send Q&A questions if you want. Twitter, or don't comment them on this video. I mean, you could if you really want to, but just maybe don't. YouTube inbox, Twitter, @TrevoShow, all that fun stuff. Let me know what you thought. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not. Like this video. And, if you watch this and you said, why would I subscribe to you? I like Daniel Bryan, and you don't like Daniel Bryan. Well, the other guy that's on this channel really likes Daniel Bryan, so you can be buddy-buddy with him. So if you like Daniel Bryan, subscribe as well, because you'll get that as well. So for now, I will see you later.